Earlier this year, I had a little adventure to Death Valley with my friend Ruth to see the super bloom, and today Scott and I are making a return trip to see the lake that was created at the Badwater area by Hurricane Hilary. But our first stop on the way is at the Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge. It's just a short jaunt off of our drive to Death Valley, just on the Nevada side of the California border, and it's home to the largest oasis in the Mojave Desert. Lots of endangered species and endemic species that are found only here. So we're gonna take a little adventure here, head into the visitor center, and then do some of the boardwalks. More to come. All right, we just went through the visitor center and now we're on the Crystal Springs Boardwalk, which is right by the visitor center. It's 0.9 miles round trip and will take us to see some water. Let's go. It's our first water sighting of the day. Don't worry, there's gonna be a lot more than this. Even though it's winter time, we've got these aquatic plants and lots of water down here. It's got a slow flow. In this particular spot, I haven't seen any little fishies, but we're going to see some today, I know it. All right, Scott spotted some little fish. Hope you can see them too. You've got some more fun plants and water along the boardwalk. There's lots of water along here, and it is boardwalk throughout in order to keep us off the delicate habitats. Just in case the stay on the boardwalk signs weren't enough, we got a no swimming sign. We're now on the Point of Rock boardwalk. It's a half-mile loop, and you can see beautiful autumn colors out here, even though it's kind of winter now. And some pretty flowing water, and we're gonna go hopefully see some more water. We found some pupfish. You can see all the vibrant colors in here. There's blues, greens,
There's
browns.
one that came out in the center of the blue ones. You can just see its head at us.
Amazing. We've got some big boys down there now too. There's little fish everywhere in here. They're so cool. And then the big ones pop up from time to time, but we see lots of little fish. You can only sort of see it, but if we use all our senses, we can hear a spring bubbling up over here. We've got some amazing views up here, and we've seen like 4 other guests today. Pretty amazing to have this resource out here that is so underutilized. All right, we've seen a couple of the highlights of Ash Meadows, and now it's time to get on to Death Valley, go away from the sparse population to lots of crowds. All right, we're making a quick stop at the visitor center. The temperature is definitely a lot nicer than the last time I was here. And we were just in Death Valley earlier this year. You can link to that video if you want to see more. So we're not hitting the same spots, but we're doing a few different highlights today. But first, we're off to check the road conditions. Look at this big boy. He's in the tree here at the Furnace Creek area where we have stopped to grab some lunch. You can still see the big bird up behind me, but this area is super cute. It's the Furnace Creek Inn area, and there is an ice cream parlor, general store where we grabbed lunch supplies, restaurants, and more. Super cute. All right, we've reached the Badwater Basin, which is the lowest spot in the US at 282 feet below sea level. And usually there's a little pool of water right here, and that's about it. But we're gonna go out here further where there's actually a whole big lake right now, thanks to Hurricane Hilary. Thanks to all the water out here lately, it's a little slushy. The salt is making nice squishy sounds when we walk on it. All right, we found the water, and there's a lot of it. Just keeps going and going out here. I don't know how deep it is, but there are some people who have waded out in water shoes. It's definitely mushy around the edges, so I'm not venturing too close, but who knows how many decades till we see this much water again at the Badwaters. All right, we are here, and you can see up here is the sea level line. So we're way down there. We are now on 2019 Road. Never been out here before. It's like a 2.5 mile drive. We're driving at the moment. And there is a pull off along the way where we get out and do a little walk. But this is a piece of Grand Canyon I've never before explored. We are now on 2019 right, I hopped out of the car to show you these amazing views. It is absolutely beautiful out here. A very rugged landscape, and interestingly, the original Star Wars movies were filmed in part in this area of Death Valley. I can see why. We stopped the car to try to show you a tarantula, but Scott accidentally ran it over. So no tarantula for you. We drove up to Dante's View, and it is quite the view. Beautiful view of Badwater, which we saw down close earlier, and just the whole valley. We're gonna walk out on the point here and to get a little bit more of a view. Right, this is the trail out to the peak point out there. Not sure how far I'll make it. I'm still recovering from knee surgery, but we'll give it a whirl. So it gives good perspective of how high we are when you look down at the road. It's tiny because we're so high up here. It's probably a little more rugged than I was counting on, but doable. We went out pretty far on the trail, kind of the highest point out here. Nice views. The people who just want to do the low-hanging fruit spots are really missing out. So here's a fun fact I just learned. Down there, as we know, is negative 282 feet, but up here we're at 5,300 feet. We came a long way up for this great view. All right, that's it for today's Death Valley adventures. It's been a lot of fun. We'll include a link to my other Death Valley video in case you want to check out more of our adventures. And today, round trip from departure till our time back home will be about 9.5 hours, including drive time and all our fun stops. Easy day trip from Vegas. Hope you can make it out to Death Valley. Bye.